Alrighty, folks. Everybody who's watching at home, welcome to Eastern Hancock High School here in beautiful Charlottesville, Indiana, as we get ready for this afternoon's varsity baseball game between the Eastern Hancock Royals and the Knightstown Panthers. Let's see if we can turn it over to the PA and pick him up right now.
We have our first pitch being thrown out by Misha Stegman. Misha Stegman is a PE teacher and the middle school softball coach here at Eastern Hancock. Misha is always working to better the community. Aside from this, Misha is a great mentor and someone to always teach life lessons. Thank you, Misha. I would like to start tonight by apologizing. Our scoreboard is not working, and the repairman will be here tomorrow. I will keep you updated between innings as the score, and we will do the best we can to update you throughout the game. Introducing the visiting team, Knightstown Panthers first. The non-starters, number 34, Butler, 00, Schmidt. Number 1, Lewells. Number 11, Bonewitz. Number 8, Gossett. Number 4, Buchanan. Number 35, Cole and Hunt. Starting for the Panthers, batting leadoff, playing shortstop, pitching for them, number 6, Gorman. Batting second, playing center field, number 3, Bonham. Batting third, playing third base, number 23, Johnson. Batting fourth, number 24, and playing first base, Davis. Batting fifth and catching, number 22, Laux. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 44, Weaver. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 2, Marrow. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 7, Weaver. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 14, Page. The Panthers are coached by Chris Ulrey, assisted by TJ Schooley, Randy Gorman, Zach Capps, Gavin DeBerry, and Tyler Burton. Now for your Eastern Hancock Royals. First, the non-starters. Number 7, Davis Decker. Number 8, Mason Roberts. Number 10, Gavin Schultz. Number 11, Maverick Burke. Number 17, Colton Dugan. And number 21, Wyatt Walker. Now the opening day starting lineup for your Royals. Batting leadoff, playing left field, number 2, Jalen Helderbrand. Batting second and on the bump today for the Royals, number 27, Gavin Jenkins. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 9, Hayden Rouse. He is batting for the second baseman, number 6, Brennan Noah. Batting fourth for the Royals, number 12, Connor Whitgren, the catcher. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, number 5, Caleb Rutherford. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 24, Aiden Morris. Batting seventh, playing center field, number 26, Colt Wilson. Batting eighth, playing first base, number 16, Luke Fletcher. And batting ninth, playing right field for the Royals, number 4, Austin Brown. Manager, Laney Sutton. Head coach, Chad Kokenauer. Assistant coaches, Bob Sutton, Griffin Brown, and Wyatt Sutton. If everybody would please rise and remove your caps, we will have the playing of the national anthem.
All right, we're back here and getting ready to get underway here. Gavin Jenkins is going to be on the mound for the Royals to start this game here. This is opening day for Eastern Hancock. They were supposed to play a couple games already. Actually, I believe they took a trip down to Florence, Kentucky. We're going to play a couple schools down there, and that got rained out over the weekend. They had just a touch of rain down there on the Ohio River. And then I believe they were supposed to play Irvington Prep last night, and that one got axed. So first game here for the Royals. Knightstown, I saw online, played Muncie Burris earlier this year and came away victorious. So I believe, if all my stats are correct, that is their only game that they've played so far. So they, if I'm correct, they are 1-0. Knightstown comes in highly ranked. I've seen, depends who you ask, but I've seen them ranked as high as first in the state now that they're in 1A. They reclassified last year, and Knightstown moving to 1A, got a good shot this year to make a deep run into the tournament. Up first here for the Panthers is going to be Camden Gorman, the junior. See if I have our scoreboard's not working, so we'll see how this works out for me. I'm trying to do a lot of different things and see if I can stay on top of everything. Jenkins' first pitch. Gorman watches it for strike one. Second pitch on the way. Strike two. Thought about that one and thought it might be low, but watches it. So 2 quick strikes here for Jenkins. Has Gorman down 0-2 right off the bat. That one's high and outside. Let's take a look at this camera, see if that's a better angle for us. That one low and inside, ball 2. Two count here. Jenkins sends it in. Gorman pops it up out to right center field, and that one's going to be caught for out number 1. Good way to start there for the Royals. Next up here, let's see, I believe that's Carson Bonham, number 33. Jenkins a little wide on that first one, ball 1. Second pitch, inside. A little hard to see my camera with a left-handed batter. One's high, ball 3. There was a righty up there when I set up my camera, so I apologize for that. I got time here. Jenkins looks in, throws it in, strike 1. So Bonham now with a 3-1 count, 1 out here in the top of the first. Makes a contact, fouls that one away. Going to make it a full count here. Jenkins fighting back, 2 straight strikes. That one fouled out of play. Bonham staying alive. That one's outside. It's going to be ball 4. Bonham's going to take first base. Now we got a runner on. 1 out here in the top of the first. Next up, Braylon Johnson batting third here for the Panthers. It's a blustery day. You can see the wind. It's not too bad, but you can see it's enough that it's blowing our camera around. That one's in the dirt. Good dig there by Connor Whitgren. Nice job getting down and keeping Bonham over there at first. Second one, that's going to be strike. 1-1 count here now. That one low, he's going for it, and he's going to get there safely. That camera angle, what a camera shot right there. Good job, Mr. Paxton, setting up that camera. So now 2-1 count here for Johnson. Bonham's on second. Johnson fouls that one away. I'll stick with this camera angle for just a minute till the wind dies down. That's getting a little shaky. 2-2 count, 1 out. Runner on second base here. Jenkins sends it in. That one's low and inside. Full count now here for Johnson. Big pitch here for Gavin Jenkins. Throws that one inside. Johnson's going to walk. We got runners on first and second. This Eastern Hancock team, I've got several of these players in class. They've got high hopes for this season. I know they're really excited. They've got a good group of players. They had a good group last year. A lot of these guys that are currently juniors got a ton of, and some sophomores, got a ton of experience last year as freshmen and sophomores. And so returning a whole bunch of experience. This is going to be a really exciting season if you're a Royal baseball fan. Jackson Davis up next with the red bat. Watches that one, strike one. Runners on first and second. 1 out in here, top of the first inning. Swing and a miss, strike two. 0-2 count here now. So Gavin's got a little bit of wiggle room here. Can throw him one outside the strike zone, make him chase it. That one's in the dirt. Whitgren can't find it. Finally he finds it. But not before Bonham gets home. And just heartbreaking there for Whitgren. Just could not find the ball. I hit my replay just a little too late there. So that's going to be the first run for the Panthers. 1-2 count. Runner on third. Fouls that one away, so Davis staying alive. I hit the wrong button when I tried to do a replay. I apologize there. So 1-2, 1 out here. Johnson on third. That one's fouled up, and it's going to be out of play as well. Too windy now. So again, 1-2 count. Going to take time here. That's a better camera angle. Davis lets that one go, and it's strike three. Gets him looking. A nice shot there from Jenkins. Gets the strikeout. Up next is going to be Travis Laux, number 22, one of only 2 seniors on this Panther team. Swing and a miss, strike one. Gavin sends that one just a little bit wide, trying to get Laux to chase it. 1-1 count now. That one's in the dirt, but Whitty scoops it up. So 2-1. Still Johnson over there on third. Laux watches that one, strike two. Been a lot of strikes here in the first inning with Panthers just watching them go. I think they're trying to get a feel for how the umpire's calling it and how Gavin's pitch is coming in there as well. Time from Laux. 2-2 count. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Panthers have gotten one across, trying to get another one here with the runner on third base. And that's going to do it. They're not going to get it. Strike three. Gavin Jenkins gets Laux looking. And we're going to move to the bottom of the inning. The score, Eastern Hancock 0, Knightstown 1. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
One thing I love about Nine Star is seeing how much this cooperative gives back to our community. They are always sponsoring and supporting our youth organizations. This is a huge part of our community and makes it a great place where we live. Encourage everybody to realize what an asset this Nine Star cooperative is. They give back and they have so much to offer.
Nine Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
So I believe Gorman's going to be the one on the mound here for the Panthers. See what Eastern can do. We're going to have, let's see, who's up for the Royals. Jalen Hildebrand up leading us off. Gavin Jenkins second. Hayden Rouse pinch hitting, or is the DH, batting third. Nice strong part of your lineup here for the Royals. Again, chilly day. You see everybody out there bundled up. Wind is hit or miss. It's either not bad to really windy. It just kind of depends, but it's blowing almost perpendicular straight across the first base foul line. So not going to affect stuff too much. Just push it a little bit towards left field. So, sorry, here trying to do a couple of things. Let me see if I can get pull.
Leading off for the Royals, the left fielder, number 2, Jalen Hildebrand.
So Jalen Hildebrand up first. Maybe. We'll see. So Gorman's pitch wide for ball one. Wide for ball two. Hildebrand fouls that one off, strike number one. Two one count here. First batter of the season for the Royals. Jalen chases that one. Did Jalen think he struck out? Was that? Or is he just out of frustration going over there? I'm not sure. Strike three. Gorman just catches the edge, and we saw that with the Royals. Gavin Jenkins hitting the edge there, and ump's giving him a wide strike zone tonight. So Gavin Jenkins up next. Fouls that one up. It's going to be out of play. Strike one. That one goes by the catcher. Ball one. One count here for Gavin. One out, bottom of the first inning. That one's going to be high. Ball two for Gorman. Strike two, right down the middle. Right on the outside edge, ball three. Full count now here. Duel here between Gorman and Jenkins. I know this camera's shaking, but as the clouds keep going over the sun, it's making it really dark right there at the batter. Swing and a miss, but it's a drop. And they nearly get him. Laux picks it up and gets Gavin out. Gavin tries to beat it out for the dropped third strike, but can't do it. Laux right on top of things and gets him out there at first. So Hayden Rouse now up for the Royals as they trail by one here. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Like I said, you can see the clouds kind of covering the sun's dark in the field. Our camera doesn't like that. Oops, wrong button. So even though I know this camera's shaking a little bit, it's going to be our camera choice right now. Rouse chases that one, strike two. Can't quite get there. 0-2 count for Rouse. Pops that one up. And they get to it. Looked like Morrow got to it. Morrow. And that's 3 up, 3 down for the Royals. We're going to head to the top of the second with the score. Knightstown 1, Eastern Hancock 0. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
Yeah. I only had a little bit.
Look out! Whoa!
I don't know why that happened. It ended the commercial. It did it last week. All right, folks, so getting ready to start the top of the second. As we said, Knightstown on top 1-0. They will have 6, 7, 8 up in their lineup. That is Weaver, Morrow, and Weaver. So Kelton and Case and Weaver. Jenkins still on the mound for the Royals. There is he looks so much nicer when the clouds go away and we can see the sun. It looks nice and bright and green. It's pretty. Nice day for baseball. Glad we got this game in. I was wondering all weekend with the rain if we were going to get this one in, but it's been turned out to be a really nice day. First pitch, strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two there for Weaver. Getting a little too windy for my camera. So Weaver with an 0-2 count here. Gavin sends that one just a little bit low, trying to get him to chase it. Can't get him to bite. One, 2 count. That one, little dribbler over there to the shortstop. Caleb Rutherford gets it over. Nice and easy. Out number one. That's what we'd like to see. Nice play by Caleb. Over there to Fletcher. Fletcher's on first. We'll give you a full field rundown of who's playing where here in just a minute. Morrow up to bat for the Panthers. Was trying to bunt there and gets called for strike number one. That one low and inside, but catches the corner of the strike zone. 0-2 count now here. That one's a little too wide. One, two now. Gavin thought he had the corner on that one. Not quite. 2-2 count. Swing, fouled away. Morrow staying alive. Fouled that one back. That one's going to be out of play. So again, staying alive here. 2-2. Two pitch, hits that one right over there. Fletcher's going to snag it and step on first. 2 outs now for the Royals. As Gavin's forced him into 2 groundouts here to start the top of the second.
Now batting for the Panthers, the left fielder, number 7, Weaver.
So Cason Weaver, the left fielder, he's 8th in their lineup. We'll come up here. Right down the pipe, strike number 1. A little high on that one. Ball 1. Gavin Jenkins is on the mound for the Royals. He's thrown 42 pitches thus far. We'll see how many he's going to throw today. Ball 2. They don't play tomorrow. They got a game against Cowan in 2 days. That's a conference game, so sometimes, you don't know how coaches think, but a lot of times you want to, obviously you want to beat Knightstown, but you also may want to make sure you don't throw Gavin 120 innings today so that he's got pitches left over for a conference game coming up. So we'll see how many he gets here today. 3-1 count now. Weaver thought that one was a ball, but strike 2. Full count now, 2 outs. Top of the second. That one was high. There's ball 4. So now we got Weaver over there. Jaden Page, the sophomore shortstop, batting 9th in the lineup. He's up now. Jenkins low on the first one. Weaver making it look like he's going to go. Making sure Whitgren knows he's there. Gavin looking over. Throws it in. Gonna say that one missed. Ball 2. I thought he caught the edge, but not quite there. So 2-0 count now for Page. Jenkins high on that one. 3-0. So 3-0 count. Weaver on first, Page at the plate. That one's low. Whitgren loses it, but Weaver wasn't in any hurry to do anything, so it's not going to matter there. Ball 4. So now you got Weaver on second, Page on first. Camden Gordon, the leadoff hitter, back up now for the Panthers as Coach Kokenauer wants to talk to Gavin for just a little bit here. One thing, Chad Kokenauer here has been the baseball coach for a long time at Eastern Hancock. Just a great human being. He is he's just a great person. I see the way he can mentor these young men, and I'm always impressed. He's just the care and the way that he treats them and the way that the respect that his players have for him is tremendous. So Chad is the county surveyor as well, but always does a nice job coaching the baseball team. And again, ton of respect for how he coaches his players and how he treats his players. He does a phenomenal job. So Gorman watches that one. Strike 1 for Camden Gorman. Gavin a little bit high on that one. Makes a 1-1 count. Runner still sitting here on first and second. Popped up. Nice catch there as it gets popped up there into left center field, and again get runners on base but no damage. As we're going to head to the bottom of the second inning. Nice snag there. That was Austin Brown, by the way, the right fielder, who Managed to grab that. Sorry, I was trying to do too many things. My stuff was falling down in here. So we're going to step aside, and we'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
High-speed internet is integral to everyday life. It's not only just surfing the internet or streaming video, it's allowing people to work from home, it's allowing telemedicine, people to age in place. Internet is really the foundation of what modern life is all about, trying to make our lives better here in Hancock County.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Thank you, 9-Star. 9-Star, one of our longest-running sponsors. It is a little chilly today, but I'll tell you what, it is nice and cozy up here in the press box. Got a heater on, keeping everything nice and warm. Got my space heater that my wife, I laughed at my wife. She brought a space heater for me up here, and it's like, when am I ever going to use that? And right now. So, thanks, Jade. So, Royals went 3 up, 3 down to start the first inning there. So, they're going to have cleanup hitter Connor Whitgren, followed by Caleb Rutherford batting 5th, and Aiden Morris batting 6th. This is a very junior-heavy lineup for the Royals. As you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 juniors in the batting order here for Eastern Hancock. So, again, very junior-heavy, but a lot of these guys got a ton of experience last year. So this is a very experienced Eastern Hancock squad. Gorman's pitch, a little low, ball 1. Whitgren, the catcher, up to bat. That one's wide, ball 2. Ball 3, that one in the dirt. So 3-0 count here for Whitty. My camera's back to bouncing around. That one just on the edge, strike 1, 3-1 now. That one right on the edge too. So full count. Connor thought both those were a little wide. Connor hits that one right back up the middle. Gorman can't handle it. It's going to leak out to center field. Connor Whitgren going to get a single here to start us off. Good job after that hitless first inning to get going there. Now Caleb Rutherford's going to be up second for the Royals.
Number 5, Caleb Rutherford.
And we put Gavin Schultz over there as the courtesy runner for Whitgren, the catcher. It's a little bit of a change in speed. Gavin, about 5'2" and lightning quick. Wide ball 1 there to Caleb. That one's popped up out to center field. Bonham gets under it and makes the catch for the first out of the bottom of the inning. I'll tell you, the field looks really nice tonight. I want to thank Kenny Wisman for getting the field ready. Again, wasn't sure with all the rain that we've had. It's amazing. I walked out there pregame, and it's like it hasn't rained at all. So Kenny did an awesome job. I know he's been working all day to get the field ready. I want to say a big thank you to Kenny. So now up to bat. Sorry, that's Aiden Morris. Up to bat now for the Royals. He'll take ball one on that first pitch. Gorman trying to get Gavin, but no can do as he throws over there to first. Gorman sends that one in. Strike number one for Aiden Morris. So 1-1, one out here. Just off the mark. Ball two, so 2-1. One out with the runner on first base here in the bottom of the second inning. Morris hits that one over to second. Can't get Schultz. Schultz too fast, but they do get Aiden out over at first, so advances the runner over to second base, but we give up an out. That's going to bring Colt Wilson up to bat.
Now batting the center fielder, number 26, Colt Wilson.
So Colt Wilson, freshman playing center field. Gorman with the strike right off the bat. Here's Knightstown's lineup. You got, we'll start with the outfield. You got Weavers at left and right field, Bonham at center, Johnson's the third baseman, Page at short. That one inside. Laux with the good stop. He's there behind the plate. Morrow at second, Davis at first, and as we've already said, Gorman there on the mound. Strike two there. 1-2 count. Schultz there still on second, trying to get over to third. Give him a chance to get home here. Wilson pops that one up. Looks like it's going to get caught by the shortstop, Page, and that's going to be 3 outs. So Royals can't get on the board. They do get a runner on, but can't send anybody across the plate. And that's going to do it for the second inning. The score, Knightstown 1, Eastern Hancock 0. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
We have a pitching change for the Royals. Austin Brown going to come in, take over here in the third inning. And kind of like we thought, I said Jenkins did a really nice job, only giving up 1 run there. And really, that was on a passed ball, so he did a nice job. But you got to save him when you got conference game coming up here in a couple days. And, you know, this is a chance, again, we talked about this Eastern Hancock team. This is a team that's got high expectations. I know talking to a lot of the players, a lot of experience back. They'd like to try to make a run at the Mid-Eastern Conference. So that starts on Thursday at Cowan. So they need to, you got to pick them off one at a time if you want to win the conference championship. So they have Cowan, their only other game this week, and then Next week, they've got Blue River, Wapahani, and then a Triton Central doubleheader on Saturday. So, a couple of conference games Tuesday, Thursday. Big doubleheader against Triton Central. That's a sectional opponent on Saturday. So Bonham there up to bat. He's going to take strike one there. So the Royals have Whitgren behind the plate, Brown on the mound, Fletcher at first, Noah at second. That's Brennan Noah. Rutherford at short, Morris at third. You got something wrong with Brown's mitt there? Or is... I got wrapped there on his wrist. Okay, bandage. Hildebrand out at left, Jenkins at center, and Wilson at right now that Jenkins is no longer pitching. So an 0-1 count here to Bonham. Brown just a little wide on that one. Ball number 1. 1-1 count, no outs here, top of the third. Little high, ball 2. Little inside on that one, ball 3. Again, I know it's hard to tell. We can't do anything about the backstop. I've asked them to remove the backstop. It would look better for live streaming, but they said something about it being against the rules. Because, you know, if we could get rid of the backstop, you wouldn't have, it'd be able to focus on everything. So 3-1 count here. Brown delivers right down the middle. Makes it a full count. Well, Bonham's yet to swing here at this at-bat. Brown puts that one in the dirt. Bonham's going to go walk on over to first.
Now batting for the Panthers.
So now we see Johnson back up.
I'm sorry. The third baseman.
Johnson walked at his first at bat. Johnson hits that one high. Looks like it's going to be out of play. Bonham was going to steal second. He was going to have it easily, too. A good shot of Gavin Jenkins' back right there. Not a good shot of the game, but Whitgren gets him. Nice throw by Connor Whitgren. Can't see it great from where we're at, but it gets him out. I believe that was a strike as well, so it should be an 0-2 count. I was watching the play at second. Nope, they said that was a ball. Never mind. So 2-1 count. Caught the outside corner of the plate. 2-2 count now. One out here. Austin Brown doing a nice job putting the ball right where he wants it. A little low on that one, full count. Johnson walked his first at bat. He's hoping to walk again. Brownie hoping to strike him out right here. That one was close, but ball 4. So 1 out, runner on first. As Davis up to the plate now. Gavin keeps staying right in my camera. Talk to him about that. That one popped up. Wilson's chasing it, but not going to get there.
First baseman number 24, Davis, is now batting for the Panthers.
Just 1 strike now. So Brown looks over at the runner, looks back to Davis. Got time behind the plate now. We'll reset. Throws it in there just a little low. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Well, Brownie tries to get him over there at first, can't quite do it. Nice tag by Fletcher, but Johnson does a nice job getting back. One pitch here. Inside, gets popped up. Rutherford snags it. 2 outs now. So nice job. Brown doing a nice job with the heart of the Panther lineup here. Not giving him anything.
Now batting the catcher, number 22, Lau.
And we see Laux up to bat. Another pickoff attempt there for Brown, but no can do. Laux is 0 for 1 in his other at bat. Takes a strike there. Laux knocks that one out there. Jenkins is going to get under it and make the play. Out number 3. And that'll do it for the top of the third. Score still 1-0 Panthers. Neither team really been able to get the bats going here. So we'll go to the bottom of the third. Like I said, Knightstown on top, 1-0. You're listening to Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
High-speed internet is integral to everyday life. It's not only just surfing the internet or streaming video, it's allowing people to work from home, it's allowing telemedicine, people to age in place. Internet is really the foundation of what modern life is all about, trying to make our lives better here in Hancock County.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
So it'll be a top, or bottom of the third as we come back here. Royals doing a nice job. The only run of the game came on a passed ball that got behind Whitgren on one that bounced on him. Took a funny hop and he couldn't find it. Or else this could be a 0-0 game against a really good Knightstown team. Eastern having a good start here. See if we can keep the pitching going and seeing if we can start getting the bats going if you're Eastern Hancock. That's what you want. So let's see who is up. Can't tell who's up for the Royals. Should be, I think it's Luke Fletcher, I believe, is up for Eastern.
Leading off the third inning for the Royals, the first baseman, number 16.
Yep,
Luke
it is Luke Fletcher. Wants to dust off home plate. So Gorman still pitching here for the Panthers. Low on that first one. Fletcher swings and misses at that one. Strike one. Fletcher can't get to that one. Gorman took him on the outside corner, and strike number 2. 1-2 count now here for Fletcher. That one fouled back into the backstop. Good cut there by Fletcher. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in today watching this game. Oh, that one, the changeup gets him. That was a nice pitch there by Gorman. Gets the strikeout. Now Austin Brown, was right fielder, now pitcher up to bat for the Royals.
Now batting the pitcher, number 4, Austin Brown.
Brown fouls that one out of play. Gorman looks it down, sends it in, high and outside, ball 1. Talking about Brown. Brown's a really nice wide receiver on the football team. Also plays some defensive back. Pops that one up. It's going to be out of play. And if anybody on the team, he might make some of the most just spectacular catches out of nowhere. Sometimes you'll see him look like there's no way he's going to snag it, and he just makes some ridiculous catches. He does it all the time in practice, so you don't even realize it when he does it in a game. Another changeup. Gorman, that's 2 strikeouts in a row with that changeup. Jalen Hildebrand going to be back up now for the Royals. 2 outs here, bottom of the third. When we talked about pitch counts, Gorman's up to 39 pitches here, so we'll see how long they want him to go. I don't have Knightstown's schedule in front of me, so I can't tell you when their next game is to know if he needs to save pitches or not. They may be off for a couple days. I don't know. Hildebrand watches 2 balls go by. Make it 3. That one's going to be a strike. Looked a little wide, but we can't see the plate from where we're at, so just got to go by the catcher and the umpire. Swing and a miss. Full count now for Hildebrand. Gorman's pitch. Hildebrand knocks it out, and it is out of play over onto the softball field. Again, full count here. That one's going to do the exact same thing. Umpire needs more balls. That one's high, ball 4. Good eye by Hildebrand's going to get him on to first base.
Now batting the center fielder, number 27.
So now Gavin Jenkins up for the Royals. He's in center field now. Knightstown did their damage with 2 outs. Let's see if we can return the favor. That one gets just by him. That one low, ball 1. 1-1 count here. Gorman keeps looking over there at Jalen at first. That one just a little wide, ball 2. That one right at the knees, strike 2. 2-2 count for Gavin now. That one's going to be foul. Thought he leaked it by the first baseman, but couldn't quite do it. Two count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. As Gavin Jenkins strikes out, and that's going to send us to the top of the 4th. Still only 1 run. Knightstown on top, 1-0. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network. Well, that commercial didn't work, so let's try this one.
Yeah, I only had a little bit.
Look out! Whoa!
So Brown's still going to be on the mound here for Eastern Hancock. We're going to have, I believe, Kelton Weaver up. Can't see where I'm sitting. Who's warming up? Again, nice day here in Charlottesville, just a little on the chilly side. Right now my phone says 42, feels like 35. And when the wind picks up, it feels a whole lot colder than that. But again, we want to thank all of you guys that are watching at home for supporting Eastern Hancock Athletics. We had a softball game last week, got a baseball game here today. Looking to potentially do a track meet. If we can run one when there's no rain, that would be preferable.
Right fielder, number 44, Weaver.
That is Kelton Weaver up to bat. Tried to do 2 track live streams, and both of them have poured down rain, and I'm just hard to put expensive equipment outside in the rain. So Brown pitching, Weaver up to bat. Just a little low on that one, ball 1. One goes foul. 1 ball, 1 strike now for Weaver. Hold on. I'm making a mess here. Someone knocked my audio stuff off. There we go. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. There we go. Hopefully, yep. I think so. I couldn't hear myself for a second. So 1-2 count. That one's going to be low and outside. Make it 2-2. Brown has such a long delivery there, kind of in the middle of it. It looks like he's got a little, it's like slow-mo there for just a sec. That one gets over there. Rutherford over to first. Throws just a little bit off. Luke Fletcher had to jump for it. And Weaver's going to be safe at first. Tough play. It just got hit right between Morris and Rutherford.
Now batting number 2, Merrill.
Caleb's throw just a tiny bit off. But it was just enough where that thing got hit. So nice hit there by Weaver. Merrow up to bat now. He bunts, lays it down. Get over. Noah flips it over there to Fletcher. And the sacrifice works as he moves Weaver over to second base. Gavin's in front of my camera again. Getting a lot of nice shots of the back of Gavin Jenkins' head here. So Weaver up to bat. Ball 1 low. This is Kason Weaver, freshman. Kelton Sr.'s the one over at second. So 1-0. Pitch. That one's low. Whitgren with the nice slide to keep it from going behind him. Right into the shin guard there. 2-0 count. Runner on second base here in the top of the 4th inning. Beautiful April afternoon here in Charlottesville. Brown's pitch low again. Ball 3. Brown goes for the pickoff there. Weaver nodding at him. Couldn't get it. So Kelton going to lead back off here. That one's wide, ball 4. Connor Whitgren going to talk to Brownie and talk to him about Page, who's getting ready to come up, the 9th batter in the order. Runners on first and second. Page swinging a miss, strike 1. Like, this feels like a big at-bat here. If you can get him out, a little low on that one. For the Royals, if you can get Page out here, you know, I know it's still only be 2 outs for the inning, but as you go to the top of the order with 2 outs, it tightens everything up just a little bit versus letting Page get on base here and potentially loading the bases. So a big at-bat for what doesn't seem like a big at-bat here. Two-one count for Page. Gets the strike. 2-2. Brown looks back at Weaver. Throws it in. Page over to Rutherford. Going to be safe, and then Weaver's going to get home off the overthrow there. It's a little bit of an overthrow that leads to runners now in the corners and a 2-0 lead for the Panthers. Actually, I couldn't tell if it was an overthrow or if it was just a missed catch. From my vantage point isn't the best here, so I couldn't, kind of hard to tell which one it was. So 2-0, runners in the corners now. One out here in the top of the fourth. That one right over the left fielder, or right over the third baseman's head. Gets out there into left field. That's going to be a stand-up double for Gorman. And that's going to score the younger Weaver. So an RBI double for Gorman, his first hit of the day. Puts runners on second and third, and now a 3-0 lead. And that one just went over Aiden Morris's head, and Hildebrand got there as fast as he could, but took him a while to track that one down. So 3-0 Panthers. Runners on second and third, one out here in the top of the fourth. And Bonham up to bat. That one hit out into right center. Did he make the catch? Did he make the catch? But the players had already, so it looked like he'd made the catch and Laux had already passed third base. So nice play there by Wilson out there in right field. Couldn't tell what happened there from where I'm sitting. So that will end the inning. And again, that's a big end to the inning because that was a big scoring threat there. Because that could have easily gotten from, 3 to 5 really quickly. So into the top of the fourth here. We will go to the bottom of the fourth with the score: Eastern Hancock 0, Knightstown 3. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
So to confirm what happened last time, so the courtesy runner, Tony Laux, was over there on second, and he did not tag up. He just took off. He thought that ball was going to drop. So that's what it was. I never saw him tag second necessarily. I was kind of confused as to what was happening, but really nice play there by Wilson out there in right field, that diving catch to get that. So again, big play there by the freshman. Because even if Laux just stands there, you would have had one runner score, but nice play to, again, keep us in this ball game. As we head to the bottom of the fourth. Gorman still on the mound for Knightstown.
The designated hitter, number 9, Hayden Rouse.
Hayden Rouse, the designated hitter, up for Eastern Hancock. First one's in the dirt, ball 1. Second one's in the dirt, ball 2. Third one's way high, ball 3. Rouse is 0 for 1 on the day. Hoping to walk and get on base here. Or hit a solo homer. I'll be okay with either one. Well, check, but called a strike, so 3-1 count. Center fielder keeps getting in my camera shot. It's Bonham. I was confused. He's listed as 33 on the roster, but he's wearing number 3. Full count here for Rouse. Another strikeout there for Gorman.
Now batting the catcher, number 12, Connor Whitgren.
Connor Whitgren up. He's 1 for 1. Had that single earlier in the game. Hits that one out in the left field. And it drops. Whitgren going to turn the corner for second. Stand up double for Connor Whitgren as he hit it out there, and Weaver couldn't make a play. Nice smack by Connor Whitgren to get on base. He's 2 for 2 on today. He's going to get a courtesy runner just like last time. Looks like Gavin Schultz heading out there.
The shortstop, number 5, Caleb Rutherford.
So Caleb Rutherford up to bat now. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth with a runner in scoring position. And bad angle as long as Bonham stayed in the way. Good eye there on that one. Ball number 1. Swing and a miss there from Rutherford. 1-1 count. Bottom still standing right in front of my camera, just like Gavin Jenkins was. Low and outside, ball 2. Gorman's pitch again, off the mark. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Big opportunity here for the Royals. See if Caleb can get on base here with a hit. If he can get a hit and not, Schultz is fast enough. You get a hit anywhere, he can get home. Inside ball. Oh, I thought it was a ball, so did Caleb. Call it strike 2 instead, full count. Fouled that one right back at us. Good cut there, Caleb. Gorman's up to 66 pitches on the afternoon. So again, full count here for Rutherford. Gorman looks him down. Sends it in, popped up. That one's going to be back out of play over the fence. Again, couple good cuts here. Sometimes it's hard after you think you had the walk on a pitch that's, questionable right there. You think you had it. It's sometimes hard to refocus, but Caleb did a nice job of refocusing and making contact. Fouled that one back. 3 in a row. Again, bottom of 4th inning here. Knightstown leads 3-0. Gorman's done all the pitching, all 4 innings for the Panthers. That one's low. Now Caleb gets to go to first. So runners on first and second.
Now batting for the Royals, the third baseman, number 24, Aiden Morris.
Now Aiden Morris, the third baseman, up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Bonham moves out of the way a little bit. You can see Gavin Schultz getting a big lead off there at second. Big lead off for Schultz. Gorman sends it in low. Laux digs that one out of the dirt. That one down the middle. Strike 1, 1-1 count now. Still only one out here in the bottom of the 4th. Morris couldn't get the bunt. Doesn't really need to there. Schultz takes third. So now runners in the corners for the Royals. Still only one out. 1-2 count here for Morris. This is where you got a runner on third. Only one out. You gotta make this count. You gotta score here if you're Eastern Hancock. It's a strike. That was. He called that only 2-2. I had that as a strikeout. Okay. Fouled back. I must have been incorrect on that. That's a ball. He's given a full count, so he's saying that. Sorry, I thought that was a strike on the. I thought he called a strike on the one that was a attempted bunt, but they called a ball. So full count now here for Morris. Hits that one out into right field. Gavin Schultz is going to score. Morris with the single moves Rutherford around to second. Eastern Hancock on the board. And now you got Wilson up to bat. So Schultz with the first run of the season for Eastern Hancock. We're going to talk to Gorman here. He's at 75 pitches. Clean up the mound a little bit here. Again, really big inning here. Both teams kind of getting the bats going this inning, but a really big inning for the Royals. Got their first run. And now, again, 2 on, only 1 out here. Wilson. No dice on that one. Wind's shaking my camera too much. Strike 2, trying to lay down a bunt again, so 0-2 count here for Wilson. That one in the dirt. Laux keeps it in front, though, so Rutherford can't advance. Good play there by Laux. So now 1-2 count. Pokes that one right to the second baseman. Gets it over. They can't turn 2. They get the runner out at second, but Wilson's going to get to first, but that does advance Caleb Rutherford over there to third. So now you got, again, runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Number 16, Luke Fletcher.
Luke Fletcher up now for the Royals. See if Luke can knock Rutherford home. Oh, he caught a piece of that. I thought that went off the catcher's glove, but fouled that one back into the backstop. Oh, 1 count. Swings and misses at that one. Make it 0-2. Catches him looking there and strands 2 on base. But Eastern Hancock with a really nice inning there gets their first run of the game as Gavin Schultz gets the first run of the season. And they only trail 3-1 going into the top of the 5th inning. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
One thing I love about Knightstar is seeing how much this cooperative gives back to our community. They are always sponsoring and supporting our youth organizations. This is a huge part of our community and makes it a great place where we live. Encourage everybody to realize what an asset this Knightstar cooperative is. They give back and they have so much to offer.
Knightstar is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
All right, folks, welcome back here. We are in Charlottesville, Indiana at Eastern Hancock High School as the Royals trail the Knightstown Panthers 3-1 here as we start the top of the 5th inning. Another pitching change for Eastern Hancock. We're going to see Caleb Rutherford come in. So started out with the sophomore, Gavin Jenkins. Now Brown, and then now Rutherford. We'll see Johnson up first for the Panthers. He is 0 for 0 with a couple of walks. So Brown moves back out to right field. Wilson will replace Caleb at short. Otherwise, no substitutions here for Eastern Hancock yet. Or no, nobody's moving around, I should say. So Knightstown, Johnson's third in the lineup, so they have 3, 4, 5 up here for the Panthers.
Leading off the inning for the Panthers, number 23, Johnson.
So big inning. If you can get through the meat of this Knightstown lineup here with nothing, that one goes over to Morris, flips it over there to Fletcher, gets the out. Out number one. If you can get through the meat of this lineup here in the 5th inning without any runs, that could set you up pretty well because the Royals have the heart of their lineup coming up here in the bottom of the 5th. So Johnson grounds out. Davis now up. Caleb's pitch a little wide. Ball 1. Davis over 2. Caleb a little high on that one. 2-0. Strike. Thought that one was a little wide, but catches the corner. We've seen all day. He's given him a pretty wide strike zone. He's been pretty consistent top to bottom, but he's been wide on the edge for everybody. Strike number 2. 2-2 count now. Swing and a miss, but it was a drop third strike, and Davis is going to get to first base on a drop third strike. That's a tough one there if you're the Royals. Because that was, it's hard when you have a strikeout and then can't recover or can't finish it off there. Travis Laux up now. First pitch, ball 1 there. Sends that one in. Ooh, I thought that one caught the edge, but I guess not. Ball 2. That one's good for a strike. Strike number 1. 2-1 count now here for Laux. Swing and a miss. 2-2 count. Strike three, and couldn't quite get the out at second, but they do get the strikeout. So you get the steal there by Davis, but probably more importantly, you get the strikeout there on Laux. So now Weaver's going to be up to bat. Weaver pops that one up to right field. Brown just lost that one in the sun, and Davis is going to score as Weaver is going to get a stand-up single there on the error. Brown was in perfect position and just lost that one in the sun. Man, that's tough. We get the next one. So 4-1, so now Merrow up for them. High pitch, ball one.
Merrow is now the batter for the Panthers.
So Merrow up, 1-0 count. Swing and a miss. They've not been able to dial in Caleb's pitches yet. That's one thing when you mix up your pitchers a lot. Each batter that they've had, like you think about what they've done, they've seen a different pitcher each time. It's hard to get a feel. Low and inside, ball two. It's hard to get a feel when you saw Gavin the first time up, you saw Brown the second time up, you see Caleb the next time up. Strategy there. What Coach Kokenauer's doing. Fouled that one off. 2-2. With 2 outs here.
Make the decision. Don't let him.
Caleb looks over at first. Here's the pitch. Inside, strike three. That's going to do it for the top of the 5th inning. Knightstown adds 1, but Royals do a nice job getting through the heart of that lineup for the most part. Like I said, only 1 run. Now Eastern's got a big chance here in the bottom of the 5th. Let's see what kind of damage we can do. We'll step aside here, and we'll be right back after these words.
One thing I love about Nine Star is seeing how much this cooperative gives back to our community. They are always sponsoring and supporting our youth organizations. This is a huge part of our community and makes it a great place where we live. Encourage everybody to realize what an asset this Nine Star cooperative is. They give back and they have so much to offer.
Nine Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Thank you, Nine Star. We're going to have a pitching change here for the Knightstown Panthers. Kason Weaver, the freshman, going to take over for Gorman.
Due up for the Royals, Brown, Helderbrand, Jenkins. Leading off the fifth for the Royals, number 4, Austin Brown. Number 7, Weaver, now pitching for the Panthers.
Sorry, I had my mic muted that entire time, and I didn't realize I had my mic muted. I've been talking to you guys this whole time. I apologize. So now what I was trying to say, as I've been sitting here talking to myself, is the umpire there was explaining to Weaver that he, I think, was picking his foot up off of the rubber. So Case and Weaver here, as I'm sure you didn't pick up any of what I was saying. Oh, there's that wide strike zone again, strike 3. So as I was trying to say, Weaver was picking his foot up off the rubber a little bit, and that's what was the official was talking to him about. So I was trying to explain that. As Brown strikes out, so Jalen Hildebrand up. He's 0 for 1. So Case and Weaver, only a freshman. You can tell he's got a nice amount of speed on that pitch. Another strike there. You're talking about the Panthers. For the Royals, beautiful day here for opening day, their first game of the season. Their first couple all got canceled due to inclement weather. The Panthers are on their third game of the season. They played Muncie Burris this weekend, I believe on Friday or Saturday. They played Muncie Burris, and then they defeated them 4-8. And then they defeated Greenwood Christian last night by a score of 11-4. So Knightstown 2-0, a little bit of experience coming into this game. 2-2 pitch. Hildebrand fouls that one out of play. Talked about Eastern earlier. They will play their first Mid-Eastern Conference game of the season on Thursday as they travel to Cowan. And then they've got 2 more. Another foul ball there. 2 more next week when they will host Blue River on Tuesday and travel to Wapahani on Thursday. And then a big doubleheader next weekend as they play Triton Central. That's a sectional opponent, so get a good view of how the Tigers are here. Another time here, 2-2 count. Knightstown leads 4-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 out. That one's fouled back out of play. Wide. Jalen staying alive here. He went down 0-2, but now with the full count. See if Jalen can get over there. If he can't get a hit, let's get a walk. That one's going to do it. So ball 4 puts Hildebrand over on first. brings up Gavin Jenkins.
Now batting for the Royals, number 27, Gavin Jenkins.
Gavin's 0 for 2 on the day. But those were both against Gorman, so see what he can do against Weaver here. Weaver's pitch. A little high, but well in the strike zone for strike number 1. We get second pitch on the way. Foul, or no, it's hit out there. It's going to be a pop out. Hildebrand thought that one was going to drop. It did not.
The designated hitter, number 9, Hayden Rouse.
So now Hayden Rouse. That was Bonham. Sorry, I was trying to see who caught that. It was Bonham that caught that one. He popped to left field. So Rouse, the DH, up to bat now for the Royals. That one's high, ball 1. 2 outs. Hildebrand over there on first. Rouse is 0 for 2, so he's looking to get his first hit of the day. That one's in the dirt. Hildebrand goes, and Hildebrand gets there safe. Nice steal there by Jalen. Again, bottom of the 5th inning here. Rouse with a 2-0 count. 2 outs here. Fouls that one away. Like that cut. Weaver looks in again. Sends it in, high and inside, ball 3. So Rouse now at the 3-1 count. That one inside, but I think Hayden was hugging the plate. That one caught the strike zone, so full count now for Rouse. 2 outs, big pitch coming up here. Again, Weaver only a freshman pitching for the Panthers. Rouse hits that one up over to the right field. And it is caught for the 3rd out by the other Weaver, Kelton Weaver. That'll do it for the 5th inning. The score, Knightstown 4, Eastern Hancock 1. As we head to the top of the 6th here.
We move to the 6th with the score still Knightstown 4, Eastern Hancock.
We'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
I was wondering why it got cold here in the press box all of a sudden. Then I realized my space heater turned off. I'd set it on a timer so I didn't forget about it later. Now it turned off. So all of a sudden my legs were getting cold on me. But we're good now. I got it turned back on. So get through these last couple innings without getting chilly. You can see a lot of the fans out there. I'm amazed at the number of fans that have the little pop-up tents. I counted 8 of them when I was looking earlier. There was little, if you've not seen them, they're little pop-up tents people take to outdoor sporting events and stuff that you can sit in. They got clear sides and keep the rain off you, keep the wind off you. I would imagine they get a little hot in there, but we're talking about the Royals' upcoming schedule. Knightstown doesn't play again for a week when they will start their conference action in the TEC. They'll host Winchester on the 15th. Then they'll travel to Newcastle 2 days later. And then looks like they host Purdue Polytech on next Saturday. So they get a little bit of a break here, although they've already played a couple games. Inside there for Rutherford, it's Cason Weaver up to bat for the Panthers. That one nearly hits him. I thought it did, but not quite. Cason Weaver is 8th in the batting order. Page is 9th, and then Gorman is the leadoff hitter. Those are the top 3 here in this inning. That one a little low. Come on, Caleb. Just settle down. You're good. .3-0 count here. That one hit out there to center field. See if Jenkins can get to it. Cannot. Weaver's going to get a double. Thought about trying to turn it into a triple, but a good throw there. Keeps him there in second base. If you're watching at home, I got a good crowd watching at home, so talk to us. Tell us how everything looks. I know the outfield camera's been shaky, but we do what we can with the wind. So let us know how things look and sound. We've always trying new things, trying to innovate. Hopefully when the wind dies down in a couple games and we get some nicer weather, I've got a couple other things I want to add to this whole mix. So we'll see what we can keep coming up with. Caleb's pitch. Popped up to right center. That one gets caught. Weaver's going to get over there to third. Well, the sac fly moves him around. One out now.
Now batting number 6, Gorman.
So Page with that sac fly there. I missed that. Now Camden Gorman up. By the way, that is Tony Laux, the pinch runner over there, or courtesy runner, whatever you want to call him, on third base. Gorman pops that one up. Pops it up foul. Pops that one foul the other way. 0-2 count now for Gorman. Low and outside, ball 1. So Royals have made no substitutions other than pitchers. We started with Gavin Jenkins. He threw the first couple. Then Austin Brown. Now Caleb Rutherford. That one got past the catcher, Connor Whitgren, and Laux is going to score. Oh, that one hurts, especially with 2 strikes here on Gorman. And that is the third run that the Panthers have scored on a on an error of some sort. So doing a lot of damage on plays with errors. That one dribbles over, just stays fair. Man, Morris was letting that one go. He thought it was going to go foul, and that one just stays fair, hops over the third base bag, and Gorman runs it out over there to first. I don't blame Morris one bit. I thought that was going to
Batting number 3, Bonham.
I thought that one was going to pop foul just like Morris did, so I feel bad for the kid. Bonham missed. Overthrow from, a little bit of an overthrow from Whitgren, but Gorman just steals second. Can't go any further. Rutherford looks back at Gorman. Looks in at Bonham. Here's the pitch, high. Bonham thought about it, but it's going to be a ball. 1-1 count here, 1 out, top of the 6th inning. Strike. Nice pitch there from Caleb. Strike 3. Caleb Rutherford with the strikeout.
Now batting number 23, Johnson.
Now Braylon Johnson up. 2 outs, runner on second. Johnson fouls that one back out of play. Strike 1. Again, Gorman over on second. Caleb Rutherford doing a nice job here. Steps off the mound. Caleb's thrown 32 pitches. Johnson 0 for 1 on the day. Sends that one just a little bit low there for Caleb. 1-1 count now. Gavin keeps scooting into my camera view there. Another one just a little bit low there for Rutherford. 2-1 count. Johnson sends that one out in the left center. It's the cutoff man. Hildebrand hits it to Wilson, but that's going to be a double there for Johnson. That's going to score another run. Let's call it an RBI double with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Knightstown extends their lead 6-1. It's a nice hit there by Johnson, his first of the day. Jackson Davis, he's 0 for 3. I'll try to get something going now. Fouls that one back. Let's see if we can get out of this inning. No more. Try to get out with no more damage done here. Oh, that one, strike 2. Low and inside, but right on the edge. Whitgren comes out to talk to Rutherford real quick, give him some advice, maybe something he knows about Davis. That one's high. Ball one, 1-2 count. 2 outs here, top of the 6th. Again, we said it earlier, but I want to thank our grounds crew here. Kenny Wisman, keeping the field looking immaculate. Did the same with the softball field the other day. Played the first game of the season against New Pal. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the end of the inning, or into the top half of the inning. Score, Knightstown 6, Eastern Hancock 1. But, yeah, Kenny Wisman always has all of our fields looking in great shape. He does all the painting. You can't really see from this angle, but the lines look great. Again, everything, I was out there earlier, you wouldn't realize how much rain we had because it looks great. Softball field even looks really nice. I was out there earlier too, so it was a little more damp over in softball, but it's in a little lower spot than baseball. So step aside here for another commercial. We'll be back after these words from the IHSAA.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Got another new pitcher here. That's Andrew Buchanan, number 4, taking the mound now. Sophomore. So Weaver only did 1 inning's worth of work there. I'm going to step aside and check something here. I'll be right back. So Buchanan, as we said for the Panthers here, this is the first we've seen of him. We talked about the Royals being a young team. Young team as well for the Panthers. 2 seniors, Laux and Kelton Weaver. 4 juniors, Gorman, Bonewitz, who we haven't seen, Johnson and Davis. Then a bunch of sophomores and 3 freshmen, including Cason Weaver, who we've seen some nice things from. Connor Whitgren up here. Whitgren's 2 for 2. He's got a single and a double. Let's make it a triple here. Whitgren's got the wheels. Let's see if he can hit one out there and run it out to third. Ball 2. Buchanan with that real sidearm delivery here. Sends that one in and a strike there. Nice cut by Whitty. That one's fouled back in right at us. For a second strike, 2-2 count for Connor. Again, 6-1 Panther lead. And this game for a long time, when I first started here at Eastern, was a Saturday doubleheader. Strike 3 gets them looking. Always seem to play this as a Saturday doubleheader. And I don't know if they moved it just because of, I felt like it was always awful weather. It was like the first weekend of the season. It was never pleasant weather. It was always either rainy or super cold. So I don't know if they moved it for that or what, but nice to have a weeknight game of this. Another strike there from Buchanan. Gets Caleb watching it here. 0-1 count for Caleb Rutherford. Rutherford with a swing and a miss. 2 strikes.
You're all right, 5. You got this, kid.
Oh, 2 count here. Fouled that one off. Keeping it alive. Again, still staying alive here. 0-2 count, though. Buchanan, the 0-2 pitch. Curveball, he thought he had it. From the reaction of some of the people in the crowd, they thought it was too, but that one curved a little too wide. Ball 2. If you like this new this outfield camera, we've had it before. That one popped up over there. Right fielder gets it. Out number 2 for the inning. If you like this camera, we've had it for softball, but this outfield camera here for baseball, the press box is actually too far away from the center field fence. And so the same technology that we use has not worked for the other. So we had a donor that donated some money so we could buy some new equipment here that is allowing us to put a camera out here, almost 400 feet away, whereas we weren't able to do that. Our range used to be about 300 feet, and that was it. So we want to thank our donors for that. That one knocked out there. Drops down.
Good hit, Aiden. Now batting for the Royals.
So I missed. I thought he caught that. I thought Weaver caught that. They're going to say Weaver dropped it, and actually Caleb was called safe. So I missed that. I didn't realize it as I was talking. So now Aiden Morris at first, Caleb Rutherford at third. That's my bad. He had it in his glove and dropped it. So that's what you get when you're trying to switch cameras and talk instead of just doing your job. So 2-1 count now to Wilson. That's my bad. I missed Aiden Morris's single out there. Strike 2. 2-2 count now for Wilson. Buchanan catches the corner on that. Strike 3. So again, runners in the corners now. Royals have got to take advantage again. Rutherford on third. Luke Fletcher up to bat. Fletcher's 0 for 2 on the day, but see if he can get a big hit here and get his first RBI of the season. Hits that, pops it up into left center. Gorman gets under it, and that's going to retire the side. So the end of the 6th inning, Royals cannot get a run across. It's going to be Knightstown 6, Eastern Hancock 1. Now I've got all my outs correct. I apologize for missing that a second ago. But as I was saying, this camera angle right here that we're looking at from the outfield, we got it to work maybe one time like 2 years ago, but we've never had the technology. So we appreciate you guys that watch at home and people that donate. And I know we have an Amazon wish list of little items that we've had people buy things off of before, and we really do appreciate that. We we try to do as much as we can around here, and it's one of those things that new technology is expensive. So we want to say thank you to everybody that watches, and we want to say thank you to our sponsors, Paxton Farms Sweet Corn, which I couldn't get the commercial to play correctly, so Paxton Farms Sweet Corn, Dave's Express Care Car Wash and Grill, and then 9-Star Connect. So we have some fantastic sponsors. We want to say thanks to all of them, and then all of our fans who watch and allow us to do what we do. We got another new pitcher for the Royals. That is number 6, Brennan Noah, the freshman, coming in.
Check that. Gavin Schultz entering the game at second base.
So top of the 7th inning here. 7th and final inning. Unless we can score, we can get 5 across and hold the Panthers scoreless.
Leading off the 7th for the Panthers, 22, Laux.
So Panthers will have Travis Laux up first, followed by Kelton Weaver and Bryce Merrow. Again, Noah on the mound. First pitch of the season for him. A little wide for ball 1. Ball 2. Wide for ball 3. Just off there for ball 4. Laux will take first base on 4 straight balls.
Now batting number 44, Weaver.
See if Gavin's still directly in my line of sight. Noah goes over to first on the pickoff attempt. Can't get Laux. There he gets the corner of the plate. Strike number 1. This is Kelton Weaver, by the way. Number 44, the senior. Strike 2 for Weaver. Weaver's 1 of 3 on the day. Oh, 2 count. Noah steps off the rubber. That one's hit over the shortstop. It's going to drop. Laux is going to get to third. Weaver's going to get to second. Hit that perfectly in the hole between Hildebrand and Jenkins. And now, with no outs, Bryce Merrow is going to be up for the Panthers with runners in scoring position. Fouled that one off. I take that back. That is not Merrow. That is Carter Gossett. Number 8, the sophomore's checked in. So Gossett getting his first action of the day. Strike 2. Noah looks in. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 swinging. Noah with the strikeout. It should.
Now batting number 4, Buchanan.
Now, Andrew Buchanan came in for Cason Weaver, so number 4, Andrew Buchanan, the sophomore, who we just saw pitching in the top of the bottom of the 6th. He'll be up to bat right now. Got a nice sidearm throw. We're getting a runner over there. They're going to let Laux go get ready, get his catcher's gear on. So, got a replacement runner. I think it's the other Laux. I think it's Tony Laux. That one's fouled back. Nope, it's actually Bonewitz, now that I can see the jersey. So 0-1 count here to Buchanan, 1 out. Nice change up there from Noah. Strike 2. Hits that one out into left field. It's going to drop. We're going to get one across. Weaver's going for home plate, and he's going to score 2. So a 2 RBI single there for Buchanan. With 2 strikes on the docket, and they sends it out there to left field, and there's a couple. And again, that wind that we've had, and the wind's kind of died down, but that wind has been carrying it right there between Hildebrand and Jenkins. So now it's 8-1 Panthers. Jaden Page at the plate. Swings at that one. Kind of a check swing. Page is 1 for 2 on the game. So 0-1 count. 1 out here. Buchanan over on first base. That one's, oh, I was going to say it's wide, but catches the edge. Strike 2.
Come on, Let's go, Jake. Go whip it.
So Page 1 for 2 on the evening. Fouled up. Hit that one. Look, the way it came off his bat, it almost looked like a foul ball, but it blooped up right over there to towards Gavin Schultz, who's checked in as the second baseman. And Page is going to get on base there on first.
Number 6, Gorman.
Gavin couldn't field it cleanly. So now Gorman at the plate. Strike one. So, yeah, Gavin Schultz came in when Noah went to the mound. Schultz came in at second base. That one's popped up. Fletcher gets under that one, snags it. Out number 2. Nobody's able to advance.
Now batting number 3, Bonham.
So number 3, Carson Bonham, up to bat now. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Knightstown leads 8-1. The umpire's right in my way. It's always got to be somebody. Ball 1 here. Another pitch coming here for Noah. Wide on that one, ball 2. Bonham 0 for 2 on the day. That one a little bit low. 3-0 count now. Noah, settle down just a little bit here and get a good one. Time from the umpire. Now we're back. Again, 3-0, 2 outs. Noah's high on that one, ball 4. He's going to load the bases. And that will bring up Braylon Johnson, the junior. Whitgren's going to come out and talk to Noah. And just try to settle down the freshman. You know, again, Brennan's in his first game here. Or first, as a freshman, you're in your first varsity game. Whole infield comes in. They got confidence in him. You wouldn't put him out there unless you had confidence in him. So get him settled down here. We're just 1 out away from ending the side. Meeting adjourned, and now we can get back to some baseball here. Noah looks in at Johnson. Johnson's 1 for 2 on the day. Misses wide. Whitgren slides over and snares it. One-0 pitch. Johnson pops it up. See if Whitgren can get to it. Nope. Going to be back out of play. 1-1. So 1-1 pitch here from Noah to Johnson. Johnson pops that one up. Routine catch there from Rutherford. He's going to end the top of the 7th inning, so bases loaded, but they couldn't get any more across. And Eastern Hancock will have one more chance here in the bottom of the 7th. They got to score 7 runs to keep this game alive. As we look ahead, so this is the only varsity baseball, softball game this week, so no more games this week here for the home games this week here for the Eastern Hancock Sports Network. Next week, we're going to try to do, we'll see if we can or not, on Thursday, April 17th, a track meet. Centerville and Union County will be here, so we're going to try to do it. I can't make any promises because, 1, weather, and 2, it's a whole lot of setup for a track meet, but as a former track coach, it'd be a lot of fun to do. So that's really the only game on our radar, I think, for next week, other than maybe Wednesday. The softball team will be hosting Warren Central, if we can get that one done. But our goal is to kind of do one game a week. So if you don't realize it, those of you guys watching, these spring sports ones are a whole lot of setup compared to like a basketball game or a football game. And when the games usually start at 5 o'clock or 5:30, it's also a little more difficult for us to get out here and get everything set up versus a 7 o'clock football game. So we do our best, but between that and the weather and all that, our goal is to try to do one game a week. So, just so everybody's aware. Looks like Austin Brown's going to be up here for the Royals. Buchanan still pitching for the Panthers. Gets a strike on the first one. Second one, Brown tries to lay down the bunt and can't do it. That one right down the pipe. Going to be strike 3. Out number 1. Knightstown 2 outs away from going 3-0 here on the young season. Jalen Hildebrand's up to bat now. Leadoff hitter. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 there. Strike 2 looking on that one. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs now. And Eastern Hancock's last hope is going to be Gavin Jenkins up to bat here. Gavin's 0 for 3 on the day. Buchanan's going to drill him right in the kidney there. It's one way to do it.
Now batting number 9, Hayden Rouse.
That's going to put Hayden Rouse now up to bat. As Jenkins goes over to first. One thing this Panther team has done, just they don't overwhelm you in any one facet of the game, but just a very solid performance. I don't know that I've seen other than maybe a passed pitch here or there, they really haven't had a lot of mistakes. And this early in the season, that is a rarity. So just an impressive, clean performance from this Knightstown team. As Rouse now watches that one go. 1-1 count for him. That one's in the dirt. Ball 2. And, you know, we talked about this being the Royals' first game of the season. Lots of little mistakes, you know, a dropped ball here, an overthrow there, you know, get one by the catcher here. Lots of little things. You take out the errors as they try to get Jenkins, not even close. Gavin's going to steal second. I mean, you take out sorry, I keep saying it, but you take out the errors, and this game's 3-1 right now. So they've played a really nice game. This has been, again, I talked about it at the in the pregame. Rouse goes after that one, swing and a miss. Sorry, I missed one. That was the third strike. But this Eastern Hancock team, I told you they have high expectations. This is a good Knightstown team, a very good, a highly ranked Knightstown team. And again, you made some first game of the year kind of errors, but I liked what I saw. The pitching was excellent from the Royals. The hitting, again, I'd like to see a little bit more from the hitting perspective, but Knightstown's got a good set of pitchers. So there's some stuff to still work on, but I like what I see here early in the season for a team that wants to make some noise. So I like what I see. This is going to be a season that I think is going to be a lot of fun to watch if you're going to be an Eastern Hancock baseball fan. And if you're a Knightstown fan watching, I can promise you it's going to be a fun season to watch for the Panthers as well. So Knightstown wins here 8-1 over the Eastern Hancock Royals. Knightstown moves to 3-0 on the season. As I said, they will next be in action a week from today. They will be hosting the Winchester Falcons. Eastern Hancock will be back in action on Thursday of this week when they travel to Cowan to kick off Mid-Eastern Conference play. And then next week they will host Blue River on Tuesday and travel to Wapahani on Thursday. So the next 3 games, all big conference games for the Eastern Hancock team. So let's see. Hopefully they can get a good start here in Mid-Eastern Conference play and get their season kicked off the right way. So I want to thank everybody who tuned in today. I know we probably close to, looking at the viewer numbers, probably close to a record for a baseball game, so I'll have to see and confirm that. But everybody, hopefully you enjoyed it, and we did a good job. So I want to thank everyone, and we will see you guys next time.